Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lopez wants to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Culliver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Hard running there. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Holds it in on the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Hit as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Baldwin. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Under fire. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Lopez to pass. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Culliver. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. It's Johnson. At the 45 on his way. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
He's marked down at the 29. 2nd down going on.
Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lopez wants to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
And the Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page. And you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal for the offense.
White 53. White 53. Timeout, North Carolina.
Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Get ready.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and had 0 success. It's 4th down. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. It's a draw. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. There he goes down the right side. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. They're going to go right back to him on first down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. How about this? A fake. Turns it loose. Intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Swing punt there. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. That last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last.
And they'll fake it again. That incompletion is an engraved invitation to the punt team. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake. Great place to start for this offense.
Get high! Get high! Get high! Get high!
Lopez to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. Touchdown, North Carolina! And that one will give them the lead.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the 3rd quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense, offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on out. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. Across the 25, he's got room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Got the first himself. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach it.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Headed to the end zone. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And a little bit extra pressure on this extra point, but it's good, and we're tied. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Culliver. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Power football with the run. Fights off the defense and runs through another broken tackle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Lopez wants to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. A low line drive and not his best work. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Going right to work up top. Floating away. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They'll line up to go for 2. Motion from the back. They'll go to the air. Quarterback extends the play. He makes the grab for the 2, but wait just a second. There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1 minute left to play. Plenty of time if they can recover this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the Tar Heels will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Here's the handoff. He has the first and still on his feet. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.